What's up, angels? Welcome back. So today we have a super great video. When do I ever say that we have an awful video? That's terrible. Seriously, just tune off right now, click off, go somewhere else. I'm just kidding. Stay tuned. So today we're going to be talking all about some fun fragrances that I just picked up like within the last 2 weeks, and then some other good ones. So these are going to be like kind of my top fresh feminine scents that I am loving right now. So I did take advantage. Bond had a sale going on. This is Bond 9. They did have a sale going on where if you bought a full-size bottle, I believe was the deal, you got these 3 for free. They're pretty generously sized as well. I think these are probably 9 or 10 milliliters. And they gave Greenwich Village, which you guys know I love if you've seen past videos. Greenwich Village is a favorite, smells amazing. It's warm, it's kind of like mossy. It's just so freaking good. It's sweet. It's hard to describe and there's nothing like it. Gave B9, which I thought was gonna be more masculine, but actually it's more of like a pretty kind of ambery. Reminds me very much kind of House of Sillage vibes, the Batman collection. B9 is kind of like that. And then Lafayette Street, which I actually don't think I have smelled. So we're gonna spray in air. Kind of warm. This one reminds me of Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male. Kind of get that same vibe with like maybe like kind of a vetiver, kind of a warmer tone to it. It smells really good. This smells like it would be very handsome on a man. But I could see this being something that maybe a woman would wear in fall, but it does lean a little more towards that masculine, so that's Lafayette Street. Anyways, those are beautiful, gorgeous, super glad I was able to take advantage of that. And now I'm going to show you what I ended up getting. So I did do a huge Sephora haul, which I will be reviewing for you guys coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be probably within the next few videos. But for now, we're going to talk about what I had gotten in. So I wanted something fresh, feminine, fun, beautiful, and honestly, I really like the case on this. It kind of reminds me of like watermelon summer vibes going on. So this one is Madison Garden and it smells like tulips. It's warm, it's kind of sugary, very floral. So fresh, so pretty. This reminds me of just a really gorgeous spring day. So you're in New York, you just picked up a tall coffee or green tea, and you're strolling through the streets of Manhattan. And there's flowers everywhere, there's flower shops, and you're just walking through the streets and you just smell this wonderful, like, sweet tulipy smell, and it just has this like warm, radiant, ultra feminine vibe that you just can't help but stop and smile and just think how beautiful. You know, it's a spring day, it's crisp, the air is warm, but it still has a little bit of like a chill to it where like maybe you have to wear like a hoodie. It's that type of vibe. I totally get that from this. I'm living for this because it's still a great summer scent. So this is something that I rock in warm weather. It's seriously so hot here right now. It's actually more warm now than it was in August. So it's warm, it's humid, it's kind of gross. This guy really performs so beautiful in the heat and humidity. The wearing power, I noticed I wore this to work and the past, week or so, and I noticed that it wears really nicely. I haven't gotten a ton of compliments on this. I've gotten maybe 2 people who've said, oh, that smells very like pretty. It just smells really like fresh. So it's not like a huge compliment getter of mine, but it is gorgeous. And also I have not worn it enough. But I will say that this, I'm sure, is a fantastic one if you really just want something that is gonna be light, non-offensive. You could wear this to the office. It's gorgeous. I highly recommend. So the next one we're going to talk about is this beauty right here, and this is actually one that I'm bringing back into my collection. This is the Dior Addict, and this is the Eau Fraiche. This one I had a million years ago. I believe this is like a reformulated version. This is a newer version of that fragrance. This one is super fresh. It's sparkling. It's almost like a champagne-y type of perfume. It just, this brings back so many memories. It's really pretty. So this one has kind of a grapefruit-esque, very light, crisp, kind of in a way. I wouldn't say it's like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, which we'll talk about, but it kind of has that same vibe where it's like that crisp, kind of like watery. It has kind of that same high note, which can be a little screechy to some people. I know some people do not like that. It can smell a little urine-y on some people, if that's the right word. But I think it's absolutely beautiful. It smells gorgeous. And every time I smell someone wearing this, I enjoy it. So if you want something that's very like office safe, that smells good, that is extremely fresh, extremely feminine, this is a gorgeous perfume. Now you guys have seen me talk about this in prior videos. This is the Dolce & Gabbana Lily from the Garden Collection. I only wanted to add this to this video because I absolutely love this perfume, but I have to say, do not buy this unless you want to be reapplying or layering it, because quite honestly, this one, it lasts like 5 minutes. I have it sprayed on the inside of my hand. I sprayed it literally maybe when I was setting up my YouTube setup, so maybe 30 minutes ago, and it's gone. It's completely disappeared. And honestly, I'm obsessed with it. I love this. Like, I wish that I could have something that would last longer that was like this, because it is so freaking beautiful. It's like a bouquet of flowers. It has that like lily, that freshness, that kind of crispness. I associate this a lot with spring. So this to me, maybe these two mixed together. Although I have to say, I've come around and I love Bond now. It is extremely expensive. So I don't really like to mix my Bond with, the Bond is actually, it's really beautiful when you wear it on its own. So maybe I would try mixing the two and wearing the two together, but they would play good together, but it's just kind of like, why mix them when you have perfection in a bottle? But maybe we'll try it out. So I like how all the bottles are pink and we're talking about like feminine evoking scents. They really knew what they were doing with the marketing. Next one we're gonna talk about is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. This one, again, a really great gym fragrance. I actually do wear this one to the gym. I'll wear it to the pool. It smells super light, super crisp, has that kind of like watery note. Kind of like a lemon lime. It could smell almost kind of like a drink at a bar. There's that high note that's in here. All in all, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue is a beautiful fragrance. Very feminine, very crisp, very clean. The next one we're going to talk about is Bond 9 Astor Place. This was a trial that I got, like a little decant that I got from Bond 9. Astor Place is fantastic. This one is so gorgeous. I'm truly obsessed with this. I don't know if, and I'm doing this new thing, guys, where I am not buying full-size bottles unless I absolutely 100,000,000% am gonna wear it, love it, like have to have it. And so Astor Place, I still have a little juice left. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but there's a little juice left. I'm still testing it out. I did wear it today when we went for coffee this morning. There's something in here that really just, it smells like the perfect day. It's like you wake up in fresh linens and everything's like soft and silky, and the windows are cracked open and there's like a cool breeze coming in. Again, it evokes kind of that springtime floral type of scent. You roll over and there's like a hot, handsome hubby next to you, and it's just like this perfect morning. He like gives you kisses, he gets up, he makes you coffee, you enjoy coffee in bed, and then you take a stroll. You kind of like bundle up a little bit, put your favorite scarf on and boots, and you take a stroll through the streets. And there's like, I imagine like the brownstones in New York, and you're just walking through the streets and there's flowers like hanging in the trees, and there's that crisp feeling, like that crisp, cool feeling in the air, but it just smells so intoxicatingly good. Astor Place is beautiful. It is one that more than likely I'll end up buying it. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I really, really, really want to love it, especially when spending that price point. I really, really want to love it and know that I'm going to be wearing it, and maybe even, if you're watching this, receive it as a gift. So babe, if you're watching this, I would like Astor Place for Christmas. Astor Place, just to wrap up Astor Place, it kind of gives me a little bit of the Juicy Couture vibes. Just a little bit. There's like kind of that Grand Balo Juicy Couture like undertone to it. Fantastic. Love it. Sexy, hot. Fantastic. The next one we're going to talk about is Yes I Do. I'm not going to even pretend to say the name of the company. It's the Orange Company. I think it goes by like EDT or something. Anyways, so this one is so gorgeous. I wore this last night. We went to dinner with some friends. I had a little too much to drink. I'm still recovering. I'm like trying to not gag in this video, but guys, my stomach has not been right all day. I did eat some French fries, which you guys know is not my usual. So I've been kind of like off my typical diet recently, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying company, friends, but gotta get back to it soon. I just have not felt myself. So anyways, wore this last night. We had a fantastic dinner, great company, great vibe, and this just was like the perfect, beautiful perfume to wear to dinner. This one has a really crisp, clean, kind of like white linen type feel to it. It has that lily of the valley, kind of like that lily scent. It's almost kind of like a purple floral in my opinion. When I smell this, it smells very purple floral. It's one that I'm considering getting. I have it on my really, really love list from the boutique here in Florida. And I'm pretty sure that this will be one of the next ones that I end up buying. I like their bottles. I think they're fun. They're kind of edgy. I can't help but actually really love the perfume descriptions. I think they're fun, they're witty, they're sassy, they evoke a lot of emotion, which I think is a incredible part about fragrance. Fragrance can give you a whole new outlook, and I think that that's the cool thing about fragrance. Scent can really evoke so many things. You know, there's so many emotions we have tied to our sensory experiences. So it's like when we smell something that reminds us of childhood, like a good memory in childhood, or that smells familiar, or that smells like someone we loved, or that smells like a memory. You know, sometimes I'll smell something new. I crave new scents, and I think a lot of us on the fragrance world, we crave to smell something new that gives us a new emotion. It's not quite wanting to smell for the notes. It's not about that. It's to smell to bring up a new emotion or to connect with something new. And oftentimes I found that a lot of the things that I've smelled and have really loved, it's like if I dig back in my memory bank, I can usually like match that with a memory that I had that was like, wow, that was a really great memory. Like for me, this reminds me of my best friend. When I was in school, I went to Aveda Institute. I was one of the younger people to actually attend Aveda. I think I was 16, turning 17. Maybe I was 17 when I went to Aveda Hair School. And this was one of her signature scents along with like Armani Code. And I actually bought a full-size bottle of this because she wore it and I loved how it smelled on her. And it reminds me of her. And so whenever I smell this, I smile, remembering all the fun times we had. And so fragrance really does bring back a ton of memories. This one reminds me of, I don't remember how old I was when I wore this, but this reminds me of just kind of that young, carefree, you know, hanging out with friends, going to Lake Hiawatha and just hanging out on the lawn there, smelling like this. It may have been high school. I had a really fun friend group and we would just all hang out and, you know, play soccer and just hang out on the lawn. And I just remember this scent kind of reminds me of that, kind of that fun, carefree energy. So It's really amazing how fragrance can bring us right back almost to that frozen in time emotion that we had. So the last one I'm going to talk about with you guys, I did go order a ton of candles for my clients. You guys know I do real estate. If you need a realtor in any of the states in America, I'm your girl. I can help you find someone amazing in any state that you live in, that you're moving to, or if you're relocating here, you can work with me personally. But I just absolutely love giving away candles that smell fantastic. So I bought a ton of House of Sillage candles. I had to restock on them. And they had a really great deal going on where they were giving away this free cupcake. How can you refuse a free cupcake, right? Especially when it's this fragrance. This smells so good. This is actually one of my favorites that I got in the decants, like the travel decants. This one, if you guys remember my House of Sillage video, and I can try to connect it in the note cards here. The House of Sillage video I did where I had the huge haul. I've done, I think, a couple House of Sillage videos. This was one of these scents that was in there. So it does come with like an authentication card and then a little wipe, to wipe down the cupcake. And this is what the cupcake looks like. So the cupcake's gonna have Swarovski crystals embedded in it. You're gonna see House of Sillage right here, really beautiful. They all kind of look slightly different. The Batman actually has a Batman on top, but this one's really, really, really gorgeous. So this beauty is Cheveux d'Or by House of Sillage. And what that means is golden hair. So this one is, I love this perfume. Love, love, love it. I remember trying it when I got the travel bottles in, and to me this smells extraordinarily sexy and elegant. This one is, I almost picture someone in like an evening gown, just like hair sleekly, tightly pulled up, like the shiny, beautiful, sleek, tight pulled up hair, going to like a gala or going to the like movie award. Would smell this on the Hollywood red carpet. It's just a very elegant, sexy scent that's just like, it is literally, this one is red carpet worthy. It is so beautiful. I'm gonna spray it on my hand. I just did self tanner, so hopefully this doesn't like mess me up. Let's see if the box has any of the description on here. So this one says, a powerful and sophisticated gourmand of the classic Bulgarian rose. It definitely has a very strong, very like mature rose scent. The rarity of its deep, lustrous petals pressed for their precious essence. An instant seduction and sweet ravish of affection. I think it has kind of like some sort of fruity berry note in there. That rose just comes through so strong, but there's like the sweetness to it. There's also something in the background kind of like creating a kick on this fragrance that makes it very sexy. And we just gotta look it up because this one blows my mind. This one will probably be one that I end up wearing quite a bit because it just smells so good. So just what I suspected, there is amber in here. So it's amber floral. It was launched in 2015. There is some raspberry and wild strawberry and magnolia, which love magnolia. We have magnolia trees all throughout like my area in Florida, and they just smell so beautiful when they get fragrant and they start to bloom. It's just a fantastic mix with the rose. So there's the raspberry, wild strawberry, magnolia, rose, Turkish rose, Bulgarian rose, and then the base notes are going to be vanilla and tonka bean. This one is just such a lovely, beautiful fragrance. I mean, I could see someone who loves Delina but doesn't like the rhubarb note in Delina and the incense, because for me, Delina, if I were to smell them side by side, I would say that this, obviously you guys know my thoughts on Delina. I want to love it, but the incense, and it may be a better fragrance in the fall winter here in Florida, but the incense mixed with a sharp tart rhubarb makes my stomach turn in the humidity. So I may be wearing that more, you know, come fall winter, but this is basically for those of you who've maybe tried Delina and did not like the rhubarb note. You just kind of felt like you wanted to love Delina, but you didn't want the incense or the rhubarb. I would definitely try this one. You will not be disappointed. At least I hope you won't be disappointed. This one is fantastic. It is so freaking, like, I'm about to wear this one tonight. This one is just amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. Another cute part of the House of Sillage is that just every little detail on their packaging is just so phenomenal. So if you love rose, this is a good one to try. Gourmands, great one to try. If you're looking for that Delina without the incense and the rhubarb, this is your baby. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe so you never miss a video. I will miss you until next time. Before you leave, let me know, how was your summer? What are you up to this fall? Do you have any fun plans? I'm curious to know what you guys are up to, and also what is your scent of the day? Leave it all down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.